Hello everyone. Today, 21 August 2026, here is the latest update and forecast on the further intensification and track of Super Typhoon Saudel, also known as Japanese Typhoon Number 18. Saudel is currently located about 348 kilometers east of Saipan, moving north-northwestward at around 22 kilometers per hour or 12 knots. The system is already generating very rough seas with a maximum significant wave height of approximately 5.8 meters or 19 feet. Over the past 12 hours, Saudel has maintained a generally northwestward movement under the steering influence of a strong subtropical ridge positioned to its northeast, and for the next 12 hours, this northwestward track is expected to continue. However, a major change in the steering pattern is expected during the next 1 to 2 days. Between roughly 24 and 36 hours, an extension of the subtropical ridge is forecast to build westward. This should gradually turn Saudel toward a west-northwestward direction. Later in the forecast period, another subtropical ridge centered near Kyushu is expected to build southeastward, helping to maintain this west-northwestward movement. Now, the biggest concern is Saudel's intensity. The typhoon remains in an extremely favorable environment for strengthening. Warm ocean waters, high ocean heat content, and relatively supportive atmospheric conditions are allowing the system to become increasingly organized. Forecast guidance indicates that Saudel could undergo a lengthy period of rapid intensification during the next 36 hours. In other words, this is a system that could strengthen very quickly. As Saudel moves across an area with exceptionally high ocean heat content, its intensification is expected to continue. The rate of strengthening should eventually slow as the typhoon moves away from this favorable oceanic environment, but Saudel could still reach an estimated peak intensity of around 220 kilometers per hour or 120 knots in approximately 60 hours. That would place Saudel firmly in the super typhoon category. But after around 60 hours, the environment is expected to become progressively less favorable. Lower ocean heat content, increasing vertical wind shear, and the possibility of eye wall replacement cycles could prevent further strengthening. These factors are expected to bring Saudel into a gradual weakening phase. The track forecast is also becoming increasingly important. Most major forecast models are currently in good agreement during the next 3 days, with a cross-track spread of approximately 130 kilometers. However, uncertainty increases significantly beyond that point. The GFS model eventually turns Saudel more toward the north and becomes an outlier, while most other primary models and experimental AI-based trackers continue to indicate a west-northwestward movement toward the Ryukyu Islands. At around 5 days, however, the cross-track spread increases to approximately 333 kilometers, meaning there is still considerable uncertainty about Saudel's exact future position. The current JTWC forecast remains close to the multi-model consensus. Confidence is considered high during the next 3 days, but only medium beyond that period. So, the key message today is clear. Saudel is entering a potentially explosive strengthening phase. The next 36 to 60 hours will be critical, as the typhoon could strengthen rapidly and potentially reach around 220 kilometers per hour before environmental conditions gradually become less favorable. Its longer-term movement toward the Ryukyu Islands remains an important possibility, but the exact track is not yet locked in. Therefore, residents, mariners, and authorities across the Western Pacific, particularly those in areas potentially affected along the future track, should closely monitor the latest updates, because a powerful super typhoon Saudel could become an increasingly serious weather threat over the coming days.